Chelsea didn't just beat Paris Saint-Germain, they absolutely demolished them, in a way that left fans and pundits alike stunned. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement, a performance that will be talked about for years to come. 3-0, in a Club World Cup final that most people thought PSG would walk. The odds were stacked against Chelsea, but they flipped the script in spectacular fashion. But this was a Chelsea side with something to prove. And boy did they deliver. Every player looked like they had a point to make, and they played with a fire and intensity that PSG simply couldn't match. Let's break down exactly how the Blues took apart the European champions on one of the biggest stages in football. This wasn't just about individual brilliance, it was about a team working as one, executing a perfect plan. Let's get right to it. From the very first whistle at MetLife Stadium, Chelsea looked hungry. Forget about underdog status. They came out with a sense of purpose, pressing high and refusing to give PSG a moment's peace. They pressed high, they pressed hard, and PSG couldn't live with it. Every time PSG tried to play out from the back, Chelsea swarmed them, forcing mistakes and turnovers in dangerous areas. Enzo Maresca's game plan, relentless pressure on PSG's midfield. He demanded intensity, discipline, and total focus from his players, and they delivered exactly that. Palmer and Malo Gusto overloaded the left wing, suffocating every build-up. Their combination play and movement off the ball created constant problems for PSG's defense, who looked rattled from the start. PSG's stars, Ousmane Dembélé, Vitinha, and even their big guns up top, looked lost, totally out of rhythm. The frustration was clear on their faces as they struggled to find any kind of foothold in the match. Then, the breakthrough. 22 minutes in, Malo Gusto wins the ball high up the pitch, gets blocked, recovers, and finds a completely unmarked Cole Palmer. It was a moment that summed up Chelsea's hunger and determination. Palmer doesn't miss from there. Left foot, bottom corner, PSG's 436-minute shutout streak shattered. The stadium erupted, and suddenly the momentum was all Chelsea's. That goal, it set the tone and you could feel the energy shift. Chelsea weren't just here to play, they were here to win. The fans sensed it, the players believed it, and PSG looked shell-shocked. Barely 10 minutes later, Palmer's at it again. He was everywhere, driving at defenders, demanding the ball, and making things happen. This time, Levi Colwill splits the lines with a perfect through ball. The vision and timing were spot on, catching PSG's backline completely off guard. Palmer cuts inside, drops a shoulder, and buries it past Donnarumma. 2 goals for Palmer, and Chelsea were flying. 2-0. PSG's defense just couldn't cope with Chelsea's movement and pace. Every Chelsea attack looked dangerous, and PSG were left chasing shadows. And just before halftime, Chelsea strike again. The Blues showed no signs of letting up, pushing for a third to put the game out of reach. Palmer, absolutely on fire, turns provider, sending João Pedro through one-on-one. The chemistry between the two was electric, and PSG's defense was nowhere to be seen. Pedro breaks the offside trap and chips Donnarumma for Chelsea's third. It was a finish full of confidence, and it sent the Chelsea fans into absolute delirium. 3-0 before the break, and you could see the frustration boiling over for PSG. Their body language said it all: heads down, arguments on the pitch, and a sense that the game was slipping away. The second half? PSG tried to respond, but Chelsea's defense held strong. Every time PSG pushed forward, Chelsea's backline stood tall, blocking shots and clearing danger. Robert Sanchez made a huge save on Dembélé to keep the clean sheet intact. That moment summed up Chelsea's night: focused, determined, and refusing to give PSG even a glimmer of hope. And when João Neves lost his cool, pulling Cucurella's hair and earning a straight red, PSG's night went from bad to worse. It was a moment of frustration that showed just how rattled PSG had become under Chelsea's relentless pressure. By the final whistle, Chelsea were in complete control. The players soaked in the applause, knowing they'd just delivered one of the club's greatest performances on the world stage. So, what did we learn? This was more than just a win. It was a tactical masterclass from Enzo Maresca. His strategy, preparation, and ability to get the best out of his players made all the difference. Chelsea's high press, clinical finishing, and rock-solid defense shut down the favourites and made the world take notice. This was a team performance for the ages, with every player stepping up when it mattered most. Cole Palmer, man of the match, Golden Ball winner, and the undoubted star of the tournament. His goals, assists, and leadership on the pitch were simply world-class. Chelsea 3, PSG 0. The Blues are Club World Cup champions for a second time. This victory will go down in history as one of the club's finest moments, a night when everything clicked. Who stood out most for you? Drop your thoughts below and don't forget to subscribe for more epic football breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and here's to more unforgettable nights like this one.